Pastor Billy Brath, Lutheran Church Extension Fund Vice President of Ministry Support, here for another ministry moment to help your ministries move forward according to God's will. Long and rambling announcements at the end of a worship service. I cringe at the thought, and so do you. I admit I was guilty of this at my first parish, and I'm grateful to my members who asked me to tighten it up. This video is the second in our series on communication, helping you create and execute a communication plan that overcomes common issues. Today, we will explore announcements in worship. Note, for our purposes, announcements are prompts for future events, either immediately after worship or beyond, not mission or ministry reports and storytelling. We will talk about those in future videos. There's good and important reasons to give announcements in worship. You can highlight important things, speak directly to members, and prompt follow-up action directly after worship. But there are also a few important questions to consider. What do we announce? When do we announce it? And how do we not distract from worship itself? Well, let's explore. First, what do we announce? We'll keep it to 4 or 5 maximum announcements. Consistency with this convinces people to listen week after week. Ask yourself, what requires action immediately? Could it be announced next week? When do we announce during the service? Well, I can't exactly answer this for you, but here are the arguments. Announcements before worship, the pros are, get the business out of the way, and then you can flow it into the normal pre-service welcome and settle and prepare people for worship. Finally, it allows worship to end with the benediction, closing music, and sending without interruption. The cons, though, sadly, everyone is not there yet at the beginning of worship. And some of those who are only want to prepare for worship. And finally, folks don't always remember what you've said after worship. An extra issue if an announcement requires immediate action. Now, announcement time during worship, there's some pros. People are there. And you can place announcements in natural breakpoints in the service, like during the offering or before the service of the sacrament. The cons, though, it can distract from the worship flow. And as with before the service, people may not remember what you said. Now, announcements at the end or after worship, the pros are, again, people are there, and you're able to prompt immediate action as the service ends. The cons, though, it distracts from that sending momentum built up throughout the service and can make worship feel a bit dragged out. Well, wherever you place it, how can you minimize distraction from worship itself? First, keep announcements concise. Write out exactly what needs to be said. Don't free speak. Second, use multiple mediums. Speak, of course, but then point to expanded information in print in the bulletin and have the announcement up on your screens if you have them. If you don't have screens, consider posters. I'm not kidding. Visual reinforcement really does work. Third, if someone other than the pastor must make an announcement, have them write down exactly what they will say and have the pastor approve it. Now, this isn't because the pastor has to control everything, rather so that people aren't distracted from worship. Effective communication is critical to the life of a congregation, and as always, LCEF is here to help. We can assist you in designing and implementing a communication plan. Contact your local LCEF District Vice President or connect with us, ministry.support@lcef.org.